Well, hello, hi, it is me, it is I. Small time your Khadi on the internet, and I'm back. She is back. Mm, mm. I really shouldn't pose this much because I don't think I've got good news, okay? The institution of marriage is getting rocked left, right, and center. Listen, barely a taliwa, barely a jolelwa, it is a mess. I don't know at what point or what all needs to happen for women. I don't know if it's black women in particular. We live in a predominantly like black society, and maybe that's why I'm seeing it through that lens. At some point, you all just need to get to a point where you understand that people fall in and out of love every day. Monogamy is a scam, and forever is an even bigger scam. Monogamy for a short period actually works for a lot of people, right? Like, yeah, an okay amount of time. This forevers and evers that you guys have promised in nonsense. Nonsense, recipe for heartbreak, recipe for now look at you. Now fucking look at you. Am I saying it's your fault? No. But like, guys, seek other options. Your husbands are always gonna cheat. Let's just get into it, okay? We have 3 stories we're gonna get into: Lerato, kganyago, and her alleged divorce. The story that ran with Sunday World. Was it City versus Sunday World? I don't even know anymore. I think it's Sunday World. I'll link the article. My alarm's going off. Good lord. The Sunday World story that ran on Mihlali and the Leroy and the wife Mary Jane, and then we'll also chat a little bit about the Smash Africa, Kifilwe, and Msaki saga. Which one should I get into first? Obviously, the booth thing happened last week, and I did a video on that as well. But more has come out on that, and I don't really want to. I'm booth fatigued. Like, oh my god, like yes, we get it. He's tall, he's bald, he's a cheater. What else? So I don't really want to get into that, but he's still he just did not like that man gives zero fucks about that Sonia. I'm sorry, girl. Sonia, girl, I love you. I think you're so pretty. Like, oh my god, yes, girl, yes, what a skinny legend. But yeah, he's still the way he is. I feel so bad for her. It is really sad, I suppose, to like put in so much time, build a marriage, have a motherfucker just breathing and exhaling and all manner of things next to you every day in bed, cuddlishing, thinking you're doing something, but all you're doing is really like, I don't know, saving money to have him just go dip into it to buy cream cheese or whatever. That's all you're really doing. Like, you wake up one day and you're like, wow, all of this so he can buy sour cream because you need it for the tang. It offsets the, doesn't matter. I'm not doing this to you guys, okay? That's what happened. That saga continues to unravel. If I feel compelled enough to revisit, if something else comes up, I know her children have said that they are support of her, or rather sent her messages to let her know, and she shared those texts because everybody's all like, what about the manager? What about them? What about them? You guys really think children can't see when you hurt their mothers? You really think you're gonna use the same children whom you don't have time for to manipulate your wives into shutting up? Oh, what about the children? Most of us don't really like smack for our dads like that. Most of us are like, oh my god, mom, why are you with this loser? Why is he even here? So anyway, that happened. They're also alleging that Msaki the songstress, you know we love her. She's got those vocals where we're like, oh my god, how angelic is. They're saying that she's cheating with one Smash Africa. I had to go Google who that is because I'm not a Radiohead like that. I'm not saying the man is not like of importance or he doesn't have a career worth talking about. I'm saying I'm not listening to radio like that, like I haven't for years now. So I'm not aware of who he is, but they're saying he's a media personality of sorts. I don't know where he personality, but he did. And he's married to Kefule. Kefule is the daughter, rather, sorry, of one Ramichweni. We know who that is, right? We don't know who fucking Smash is. Smash is apparently, allegedly rather, having an affair with Msaki. Msaki denies in the article, says that when she was confronted by Kefule, this is all allegedly, she said that the relationship is strictly platonic. Girl, what? You're writing your friend, okay, I sent some of my friends emails and stuff, but that's a different story. That's a whole ball game. stop having like platonic relationships with people's husbands if that's a thing. I feel like I'm one of those people who's like, if you weren't friends with this person when I got with them, like new girlfriends along the way, or new friends of the opposite sex when I'm attracted to whatever opposite sex means, but like of a gender that I'm attracted to, that's not allowed. Like you must already have been friends when I entered. That other person must already have been there. You are not halfway making friends with the songstress. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's what's happening here. And it just seems like Kifilwe is not the one talking directly in the article. They're saying they have a third source. She can't speak to it directly because the matter is all over the place still. And she's saying that the third party saying she's experienced a lot of like verbal and emotional abuse by this person. As the article goes on, it seems like this person is a bum and doesn't have much going on. So I'm also compelled to believe that there might be some alleged financial abuse, or she's been taken advantage of somewhat financially. I am not sure. This is just something that the article alleges at the end there, because they speak of how, oh, he doesn't have a car of his own, and he doesn't, and the house is like, you know, under furnished. There's only a kettle and a laptop in there, sort of alluding to the fact that this person isn't doing well financially, you know, and they have the nerve to still go out there and cheat on me with the lack of means, if you would rather. I'm gonna be so disappointed in Msaki if this is what she's relegated herself to. It's always so amazing that other people can see you through this lens of like, wow, just so talented, so profound. Her writing is impeccable. Her singing, like, it's so healing, it's so soothing. She's the songstress, and it's like, that's what you're gonna do, girl. You could have your pickings, and I'm not even judging you. You know, we've done some stuff. I've been young. I've done some stuff. You're not young though, girl. Not really. But I've been young. I've done some things, so it's not coming out like from a place of judgment, but from a place of, I wish you get to a point where you know that you don't need to play second fiddle, right? Or not to this degree, right? If it's gonna be some, I don't know, non-monogamous setups, it must be ethical. Everybody involved must know what's going on. You don't need to go up like into a traditional relationship, but like, let's work on creating some good karma. So that said, that man cheated on his wife. It's not Msaki's job to keep his marriage together. This is a hard thing for married women to hear, that like the strange women in the world don't owe you anything. We do not. I don't owe you to not fuck your husband, and I understand that's a difficult thing for you to hear. Your husband owes it to you to not fuck me. Like I like, for some reason your little brains can't compute that. Like you cannot, and then you go, how could you do that to another woman? Girl, I don't know you. Do you guys have any idea the passion with which your husbands pursue other people's children? Do you remember when he was pursuing you, how relentless he was, right? How charming he was, the effort, the little things that he did that made you fall. He's doing that exact thing. He's putting those exact moves on the next time. We're also touch starved. We're affection starved. Somebody wants to feed me that stuff. Like chibi. Wow, I must be the thing that keeps him from doing what he already wants to do. I'm sorry, guys. Like, other women don't owe you anything. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Mary Jane's done, but like, Mihlali didn't break your marriage like the article alleges you are saying she did. She didn't. Your husband fell out of love with you. That is exactly what seems to have happened here. And maybe there was overlap, and maybe he cheated on you. Mary Jane is alleging that her husband threw her out of their like $1 million home. She's seeking spousal maintenance of $100K a month, so to maintain the lifestyle that she is growing accustomed to. I am in complete support of you on that, girl. But I'm not in support of you saying that this 25-year-old ruined your marriage, when you allege yourself in the article that this person, Leroy, has seen multiple women before her. She's one of many. In fact, at some point, you all had even thought he had made a baby with one of his mistresses, until it was proven that that's actually not his child. The article alleges, again, all of this is alleged. But like, Mihlali is what did this to you? No, guys. And like, I'm like, do you guys really expect these men to be monogamous? Like, when can we stop lying? I need for the lies to stop. I just need the lies to stop. You're not the exception. The rule holds. The rule is gonna hold for everybody. Mary Jane is a beautiful girl, gorgeous girl, but so is Mihlali. So were probably the other women before her. So nobody gets to, the rule holds. I'm sorry, there are no exceptions. I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care. I don't care if you've got like different like sets of boobs and you change them out like underwear, and today he can have them extra perky, a little long, a little this. It's not gonna stop nothing. It's not gonna do nothing. No, like these men are gonna do what they want to do, especially when they have the economic means to do it, because they know that you're most probably not gonna leave. Mary Jane was never gonna leave that man. Let's have that fucking child. Mary Jane was never gonna leave that man. That man left her because Mihlali's a better look and he's an attention whore. And that's just my opinion, by the way. And being with her also gets him seen, right? It's not just being with a pretty girl. It's being with a pretty well-known girl. And like attention is all consuming, right? Being known on this level, at first you think you know what you're signing up for. I bet you he regrets it now to a degree. Like, oh, I got all these people up in my business. Like, it was cute at first, but like, look at me now. But the point that I'm trying to get into is that that girl didn't steal your man, mama. And maybe for your case, you need to say these things, but I hope you don't really believe it. And for the other women as well who think like the women of the world need to stand in solidarity with you, we don't feel like we owe you anything. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm not saying I'm like encouraging people to sleep around people's husbands, but like, guys, your husbands are pursuing people out there, hey? They are like coming after people like debt collectors. Be on your ass. They're like Jehovah's Witnesses. They are running after other people's children. And a lonely person can only resist that kind of attention for so long. We all know what like attention feels like. We know what it feels like when you are like in a deep dark place and you're lonely or whatever, and somebody's offering you something and dangling something and it's looking like gold from a distance. And sure, when you get there, you learn your lessons too and learn that shit, this might not be worth it, but like it happens. It really happens. Okay, next, we're hearing that Lerato kganyago may have left her husband, Tammy. That's the man with all the weird grand gestures for Valentine's Day. I find that shit weird and cringe. I am so glad that she is left, allegedly. This man went to the extent of getting her helper and her husband, who are a team who work for Lerato kganyago, arrested. Okay, he's alleging that they stole 2 watches worth 3 million and a television set from him, and he wants them arrested and brought to book. And the article also alleges that the whispers are that he's just trying to get to Lerato because she has such a close relationship with this couple they've worked for her for over 10 years. Learn from Lerato, ladies. Lerato held on to her house. She held on to her assets. When you get married, stop doing this thing where you get carried away because when I'm a man, when oh you're I'm Mrs. whomever. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing.